there seems to be a multiple bottom line aspect to this. It's not just, oh, I want to go to space so I can make more money. It seems to be, I want to go to space because of some personal reason, as Carl Sagan would say, that, you know, that there's so much more out there, and we're part of the stars, and we're part of more. And, you know, that quest of humans for continuing to discover, and that's like innate within us, and we've discovered this planet, and what do we do next? Do you see that multiple bottom line of that purpose motive is just as important as that profit motive?
It's the only thing that works, and if you're trying to attract money, I mean, it's amazing to me how many people in the space industry and who work at NASA actually are complete space cadets. I mean, they were completely inspired.
Space cadets.
They were inspired by Star Trek or Star Wars. You know, they have the passion. That's why they're doing it. It has to be translated into professionalism and business and structures, and in my case, fundraising, and you have to come up with the proper, you still have to make the ratios and the numbers work. But you know, entrepreneurship is not just about the capital, it's about the perseverance. And you don't get to the perseverance part without a personal passion. And I think that's what you're getting to, and you need all of the above.
So if you were going to give advice to somebody who has a visionary idea, but maybe not the ability to believe in themselves enough to execute, like how did you go from saying, I got this idea, to saying, I got this idea and I'm going to do it? You know, a lot of people, you know, everybody has ideas. There's an old expression, are you familiar with it? You know, ideas are...
A million. So
ideas are like...
If you want a new idea, just ask your Uber driver. I mean, he's got 100 or 1,000,000 of them, right? It's the ideas are not the thing. It's the execution of those ideas, the finding of the capital and the myriad and the million of details and the 20-hour days for more months and years than you imagined, and never giving up. So it's about believing in yourself. You got to get to that point. And don't replace your own judgment. Listen to the judgment of others. Assimilate it. You know, carefully think about it. Unlearn a frigid model that you've maybe learned if it's not standing up to the data. But never replace your own judgment by somebody else's. Never lose your vision, right? Because if you know it's right, listen to the data, right? Check your assumptions all the time in an iterative way, but never lose your passion or your direction. Stick to it.
Yeah, I think I mean, I love that you bring back that comment about kind of unlearning, or kind of, you know, if you have some cognitive bias on something, that maybe you can dismantle that.
Everybody has cognitive biases, right? And we have our brains are wired to filter out good information and absorb the bad information. That's why headlines are all about bad stuff, right? Our brains are wired to recognize threats, right? That's why bad news sells, because we are attracted to that. So we're a patterning machine, so we have to be careful about the patterns that we have grown throughout life, that we don't keep replicating those patterns. We have to destroy the patterns and accept new ones as new data comes.